Okay, this is the second video on conditional probability, which is benchmark 5 in our probability unit. We talked about on the last video a problem where we had some cookies in jars, and we were talking about that if we had two identical cookie jars on the counter and jar A contains 2 chocolate chip and 2 peanut butter cookies while jar B contains 1 chocolate chip cookie, if we select a cookie at random, what's the probability that it is a chocolate chip cookie? And we made a tree diagram like this, and we used our multiplication principle to figure out what the probability of the chocolate chip was, so that we got the probability of the chocolate chip was 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/2, which was 3/4. And we looked at this and we gave some conditional probabilities. We said that if we had the probability of chocolate chip given that we took it out of jar A, then that means that we would have this probability here, 1/4 plus 1/4, which was 1/2. And the probability of a chocolate chip given jar B was 1, because we were just looking at this piece here. We can actually use this to come up with a formula for conditional probabilities. So you notice that we used our multiplication principle here, where we said the probability of jar A and the chocolate chip was the probability that we got jar A times the probability that we did the chocolate chip given that we were in jar A. So if we have, this would be our probability of jar A, the 1/2, and then here would be our probability of the chocolate chip given that we were in jar A. Now we can use this and we can say, well, if we want to know the probability of a given, we'd have the probability of the chocolate chip given jar A would be the probability of both jar A and chocolate chip happening divided by the probability of choosing jar A. So let's write this out as a generic formula. If the event B depends on the event A, then the probability of B given A is the probability that they both happen divided by the probability of A, the one we're given. So this is a formula that will help you. You need to memorize that. So in our example that we were using, suppose that we've drawn a cookie at random from one of the jars described in this last example. Given that it's chocolate chip, what is the probability it came from jar A? So we want to know the probability of jar A given that it's chocolate chip. So we use this formula here, the probability of A and chocolate chip divided by the probability of the chocolate chip. Remember, this bottom one is whatever it is, the given part. So the probability that we drew jar A and we drew chocolate chip, if you look back on your tree diagram, you have it'd be 1/2 times 2/4, because this is along the branch up to A, and this is the ones along the branch to the chocolate chip. Multiplication principle again. And then the probability given chocolate chip, we figured that out also using our tree diagram. We added up that 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/2. So go back a screen and look at that. So you've got 1/4 divided by 3/4, which is 1/3. So the probability that it came from jar A, given that you know it's a chocolate chip cookie, is 1/3. Make sure you know this formula here and that you understand how to use it.